that's active and in place. You can always join, or whatever special event we're having. We'll have the Tuesday night calls you can join from there. These meetings are Saturday trainings. And also, this is where your recordings are for those people that didn't get to see today's meetings in that perspective. Also, when you guys start doing a lot of meetings and you want to get those reports where people are, that's in this section over here in the My Meetings perspective right here. See, it says meeting reports. So that's where you'll get, if you give out your invite links to other people to invite guests and you want to know who came up and showed up, you get those in reports right here. My Media is where all your recordings are, which is really great in the sense that you can have a library. So you can have recordings that, that'll be standard in the sense of thanking people who made a purchase or onboarding people in any of those respects. All of that would be great. If you have any Google slide presentations you want to upload, you would do that here because we have our own presentation player. You're not required to use it, but it's a very cool tool. Here's a section where you make your AI avatars in that perspective, and we'll go that in greater detail. Also, product tutorials are over here in this section here. So we have that. We can go through some product tutorials. And then also, for those of you that have enterprise sites, you may not realize we actually are enterprise potential clients, meaning when I say enterprise, meaning where companies are purchasing the lion's share of the licenses for people. We actually give you an enterprise site that doesn't talk about referral income and any of that perspective. So you actually have your own, you actually get two websites when you join our company. And then if you want business training, there's obviously the Pitch Success Academy as well. So just quick overview of that kind of back office and perspective. But I want to show you, that's not what I wanted to show you. Okay, where's my meeting? I wanted to start a meeting. Okay, so I'm going to start a meeting right now. And when you start a meeting, the most important thing is you want to make sure you're hooked up on the right device.
Hi, how you doing?
You may not realize how many different devices. Helene, we can hear you. Do I have to mute you? We can mute yourself. Okay. You want to make sure your devices are heard on the right scenario. Otherwise, people will join and they won't hear. Okay.
There's a meeting
so
right
now I'm in a meeting.
Yeah, it's a training meeting.
All right.
Yeah.
Helene, you're killing me, Helene.
Great. What's going on? Anything else? Did you talk?
Okay. Hold on a second here. Let me just mute her. There we go.
So I have something I want to say to you. I had my first sale.
Oh, fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you. And it was just like I talked to him on Friday and I talked about my other business and this one and kind of like the differences in what I'm doing, both things. And I sent him an email with my site and with my video. And they wake up Saturday morning to, he's all in.
Unbelievable, right?
I can't hear you.
Wait 1 second. Sorry. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yeah. So I was.
Okay. Yeah.
I was like, I said to Gary, you won't believe this. I had my first sale. So he was happy for me.
Your first sale. So what did you send? What did you send him first?
I sent him my video.
And what is your video? I'm saying, is it a minute? Is it 2 minutes? Does it explain?
I think it was like a minute and a half. I don't think it was because I have a bunch of them. I have some that are 3 minutes and 2 minutes and 1 minute. I think it was like almost 2 minutes, a little under 2 minutes. And
did you call them before that you sent the video, or was it a cold?
No, actually, I met him on Alignable, and he wanted to meet with me because he does a lot of marketing and so forth, and he does a lot of marketing and websites and all the other things that go along with it. And so I had a question for him on top of it because he has so many followers on Alignable. And I just said, how do you meet with somebody without giving them all the information about your business? And he said, well, you're not supposed to do that. You're just supposed to say, to build a relationship. And I said, okay, fine. But he wanted to meet with me for some odd reason. I don't know. So and then we talked about what he does. And then I talked about what I do. But I only talked about what I do for like 2 minutes. I'm telling you, Steve, it was so easy. And This is the easiest sale I've ever had in my life. I'm telling you right now.
Oh my
I
gosh,
love it.
Rachel, I would love to know who that was privately, because I've also been kind of courting some people in Alignable, and I want to make that enterprise sale. That's what I'm trying to weave.
Okay. Well, I'll go over a little bit of the enterprise conversation, how it differs from that today. But one thing I did want to show you everyone today, because somebody had asked for this a while ago, and I promised that it was in the works, and now it actually is here. And so let me just quickly share this screen. Okay. Okay. So if I'm doing a meeting, we'll close this. Sorry, a second. Okay. If I'm doing a meeting and people have said, well, what happens if it's interactive, but I have to leave? I don't want to have to stay there with the person for an hour while they're doing it. Is a way that they can get a copy of the link so they could do it afterwards. Well, now they can. So you see above the website where it says layout right here.
Mm-hmm.
So they can literally copy the URL, or they can hit on a button and it'll open up in a new tab. So when the meeting's over, if they're on a replicated website, if they came in on 50, from one of the 50 different co-hosts that you came in, they copy and paste that link and they'll be able to continue. Now, if they started they're filling out their forms, because of the websites, that the information in that site may not carry over with them because a lot of these, the data privacy issues, but they will be able to go back in, have a copy of that site and do an order. So even though the meeting's over, the ability to close people is not over. So right there, they can copy and paste it, or they can literally just go in and it'll pop open in a new tab. Okay. I just want to make sure everyone saw that, because I think that was a big feature for people. The second thing is sometimes it's frustrating, right? That you just can't go from tab to tab real easy when you're sharing the screen. So we made it where you can here and share website, where anytime that you want to add another website now. So right now I'm on juiceplus.com. Let's say I want to bring up my calendar instead. I can bring up my calendar now. Notice now I've got two bars. I'm showing the one that says Juice Plus, but now I'm showing calendar. I can actually switch to that seamlessly now. It'll switch to any other website. So I could literally have my whole switch to any tab in that browser and have it as an interactive website, all on the fly.
Wow.
So again, that's why I was excited to share those two cool features with you, right? From a user experience. Right. It just makes it really easy in that sense. Okay.
And I think the simpler, the better. And I'll read you what I sent him in an email, because I did not have to go. I just said, Pitch is an interactive virtual meeting platform with capabilities in 42 languages and 190 countries. I said, I call it Zoom on steroids. I said, take a look at my website and take a look at my avatar video that I created describing Pitch. That was all. And then I said, let me know if you'd like to schedule a 10-minute demo with the founder and I can set that up for you. That was all I said. That was it. See, it's like I've learned that the simpler, the better. If you say too much stuff, it's too overwhelming for people, and you can't do that.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. Right.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you again.
No, I said I couldn't agree more that simple is the best.
Right.
100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Santa, I'm sorry. I know you had a question, and I know you've been patiently waiting.
No problem. I have two questions. Number one is, number one, I had a webinar this morning and it wouldn't let me log in. It kept asking me for my email and my password. I kept giving it to it, and then it said reset your password. So I tried to reset my password. I said email address, and basically I could never open my own meeting.
So,
and my customer canceled anyway.
Yeah. Well, I can't do a customer service inquiry on this call, but we can obviously take care of it.
I didn't know what to do.
Give that afterwards. Neither do I.
Okay. And the other thing is, I I paid my fee this month. I didn't get any new avatars. How many do you get avatars every month?
Right now that you're getting no minimums, no maximums. As you know, Santa, and I've said this over and over again, we've been giving them out for free, right?
Oh, I know that, but I don't know if I pay.
So
you know,
until
every month X amount.
we stop giving them for free, then you can ask me how many you're entitled to. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So-
Thanks. I appreciate that. I could use 5 more.
Okay, you'll have them. How's that? Right.
Thank you.
So I always say to people, be careful what you ask for, because if I start to answer you what you're entitled to, then I'm going to start saying no when you want more. So be careful.
I'm not entitled to anything. It's up to you. I'm not entitled. Nothing's entitled to me.
My question is, can you go over the basic way to do our avatar so we can get to using them, please?
What do you mean? Base over what? Time, or you're saying a number?
I need to make my little avatar little movie. And
Right.
so, yeah, I just, if you could review that today, that would be helpful in some
Okay.
room or whatever. That's my
Sure.
request. Thank you. I put it on
Okay.
my Santa list.
Okay, so we have an avatar training request. Anything else specifically? Someone wants to go? Yeah, Les, go ahead. How are you, my friend?
I was on a call this morning in Mexico.
Uh-huh.
2 things. One, he could hear me perfectly in Mexican. I could not hear him in English. It just was Mexican.
Okay.
And second, at the end where it said to show him your referral link,
Right.
isn't that a deal that comes up in the middle and they can copy their own? It shows on my side, but he couldn't see it.
He couldn't see what? I don't understand. Did you text him or email him or put in the chat your referral link?
No, up at the top, it says show referral link. And it comes in the center and they can click on their own.
I'm not sure what you mean. So let's. Okay, so let me see if I can
There's
figure
my
out what you
referral
mean.
link right here,
Yeah.
and it comes up in the center. And I'm the only one that can see it.
Right. I'm saying if you want to send someone your referral link, you need to send it to them.
So this deal that comes up in the center, my referral link has no value.
Well, I actually don't know what page you're referring to. So
It's available right now? I just clicked on it.
I'm sorry, I don't understand quite honestly what you're suggesting.
Can we share his screen so that we can see? Maybe he can only see that for his benefit, that he'd have to copy and paste and
Yes.
put it
What-
in the chat.
Yeah, thank you, Helen. So what are you talking about when you're live doing a meeting?
Yes.
Okay, so you're on your dashboard.
Yep. Well, not on the dashboard, in the meeting.
Okay, so let's see what you mean here.
And they'll
Okay.
up at the top right under my red dot, it says my referral link.
Okay. Let me try doing it this way. Sorry.
And I thought that was for them to be able to copy it.
But
Under the-
how would they copy it? I'm confused.
because it shows
Hold on a
on
second.
the front of
Right,
where-
but is their screen interactive? I'm saying, if it's not interactive, how would they copy it? How does a guest copy your website?
okay,
That's where
it's
I'm a little
just the
confused.
referral.
So I'm logging
this
in.
is only for me to.
Okay, so I'm in my own website. I'm in another meeting right now, right? I'm on my screen,
Right.
right? So I'm like you. I was doing a meeting today. Okay, so where should I go? I'm saying like,
To in your case, your purple dot. Click there and it will have
Okay.
go to dashboard or referral link.
right, but I'm saying, but they don't have access to copy my page, right? This is
They
So-
don't have
so-
access for the referral link?
no, I have to send it to them, all right? Unless it's as a guest, if it's there. I'm saying I don't, as the host, this is what I'm looking at, right? So
Yeah,
if I
that's
want to
what I'm
send them hold on. So as a host, right? I'm here. Somebody says my referral link. I click on my referral link. I can copy it and send it. I know that. I can,
Okay,
that.
I thought it
I'm
was
saying-
for
I'm-
them to copy it.
it might be, since I never log in as a guest, I'm saying, so I'm not sure what the visual is on a guest, if they have the ability to do that.
They don't see it,
Okay, so like right now, you're on my website, right?
right?
I mean, on my normal presentation. Let me end this meeting for a second. Okay. So right now, I'm going to stop sharing. Hold on. So I can do this. Sorry. A second. Okay. So what I'm saying to you is, you're a guest on my meeting right now. Okay.
Right.
Is there a button? Is there a button for you to click on to get my referral link? I don't think so. Is there?
It's actually, it says, let's see, I guess it's my referral link, even though I'm a guest.
Yes, because sometimes guests want other people sometimes to join the meeting. It could be the invite link. I'm not sure. I guess I have to go through the experience, right?
Okay. No, I
Okay.
just figured it was easy way for them to get it. I didn't have to email it to them,
Yeah,
text it to them.
yeah. And so, and your first question about the language translation, right? So
Yeah.
were they here? So was the language translating you for them? Were they able to hear you in Spanish?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So they were able to hear you in Spanish. They were speaking in Spanish. Did you choose Spanish to hear them in Spanish? Did you change your language from English to Spanish as the
Oh,
listener?
I thought it was automatic.
No.
Okay.
No, so that's what you didn't do, right? Because let me say this: you have 42 as the host. You have 42 different languages that you can listen to. Now, even though they may be speaking 40 different languages, let's say you had 40 people and they all are choosing a different language, right?
Uh-huh.
When they speak to you, you still get to choose the one language that you want to hear all of them in.
Okay, now repeat that.
Okay, I'll show you again, right? So let me do this again for you. Okay.
So then I need to put it on Spanish for me to hear him in English.
Wait 1 second. Oh, no. So hold on a second here. So if I was in here, okay, so you did this today, right? Let me just say if you did
Yep.
this, right?
Yep.
Let's say you did all this, right? Did all this.
Yep.
Sorry, let me go back here.
And I turned on the
Okay,
translate.
Right? You turned on the translation and you were on English here. He was speaking in Spanish, but you didn't. What language did you hear him in?
Spanish.
When you heard him in Spanish. Oh, okay. We'll need to test that. Okay. I don't know why yours wasn't. Did he hit? Well, he had to hit enable too. He was hearing you. Maybe check that because he has to hit enable on his side.
Because he was here with me fine in Spanish. He
Well,
thought it was amazing.
That's the good news. We like that, right?
But yeah,
Okay,
he was
we'll have-
doing all kinds of dialogue. And I thought, well, is it going to save now? But it never did. So I stopped him.
That's funny. Okay. We'll have to check that. Okay. Helene. Yes,
Hi, Steve. Long time no speak to.
exactly.
All right, I have a question that a couple of people asked me. You know
Okay.
how in Zoom, if someone wants to share a file, they could put a file in there for everybody to get at.
Yes.
Are
You
we
can
gonna
share,
give-
you share, you share, as long as you open the file, you have to have it open, then you share window and it'll share that file.
Okay, so we can't like put it in our chat for them to download, like on, on Zoom when you could.
Yeah. No, not yet. That's something we have to add to the chat. I didn't think you were talking about chat. I thought you were about viewing
I'm
it.
talking about that, where because sometimes people will do like their PowerPoints and they have different
Yeah.
content PDFs that they want to share with everyone. So,
Correct. Yeah, we can't do that yet. That's something we need to add.
okay, but that is in the process though, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Because, I have certain people that asked about this. I just wanted
Sure.
to. Okay, perfect. I'll let them know it's in the works. Would you say
Okay.
in the next couple months, you have like a time frame when this will be, you think?
I think it'll be weeks, not months.
Weeks? I like weeks better than months. That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Me too. All right, let me,
What
I'm
is
gonna
it that's
go
being added?
back to this for a second, okay? For Helen. Okay, so Helen, we were gonna talk about, creating an AI avatar, correct? Helen? Hello, Helen.
Hello. Who all can hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, great.
Okay. So have you ever been back in this back section before with the AI Avatar Studios?
Yes, a long time ago now. Thank you for I haven't had time to really mess with this.
Okay.
I'm
So it's very,
ready to
the-
dismantle a house. And that's the limited time only to harvest this really excellent lumber. Okay, go ahead.
okay. Okay. So there's three key elements to creating an AI avatar, right? One is the image, one is the script, and one is your voice, right? So image is pretty easy, right? That doesn't require a lot of training. You literally choose an image and you literally go to your computer files where your photos are and you pick it. I mean, it's that simple, right? So, and then once it's here, it's saved.
Yeah.
And then if you want to add a new one, you just go back to your files. So no questions on that, right?
Right. And now it's just a lot like Canva. Now I can do it because I do the scripts and different things in Canva.
Okay,
But
hold on. So section one, photos, right? Let's just go 1, 2, 3, and then take your questions, right?
yes.
So
Okay.
second one is script, right? You're gonna type the script. You can cut and paste it. You could do something in ChatGPT. I'm saying whatever you want, you can actually type your script, right?
Correct.
Okay. Now, the time limit is about 5 minutes. Right.
Well, that's longer than
just-
people's attention span, so we're good.
Correct. That's why we did it a little longer, right? And about 1,000 characters is about a minute. And so you can see the number of characters here. But when you do dramatic pauses, it doesn't go like 5,000. If you go 4,700 characters, you're probably going to be over time, because you want to have it more conversational. And as soon as you hit AI enhance, what our AI does, it'll read your script and then it'll give expressions to the picture. So that's why the picture always seems so natural where other people don't, is because we're actually reading your script and saying smile and making suggestions. And then you can always change the suggestions if you want. You're not stuck with whatever we suggest. You can actually change that and override it. If that makes any sense. Okay. Okay. And then so that's script, right? And then the third one is pick your voice. Now let's assuming for a second, it's going to be your own voice, right? Because it's not necessarily another character. And all you do to make a voice is you hit clone voice. And then you hit record. And then you talk. It can be anything you want, but you want it to be in the tone that you want the video in. So if if you're going to want it to be warm, friendly, professional, just try to speak in the same tone that you want, make the job easier. And then you record it for 10 or 15 seconds. It's not the script that you're using, because this is going to be a permanent voice for you. Make sure you title it. You want to get out any background noise that you may have, and then you're done. And then you literally can hit, then you decide later on if you want to add URLs, like website pages coming up, and you can actually choose and pick the exact time. Then after you record it, it'll render here in your back office. And then if you want to go in and you can watch it, you can download it, you can share it, or you can edit it. When you edit it, this is where you're going to edit the title of it, what someone will actually see, when they're watching it, title and description. If you want the script, change the script, you would have that here. Here's where you add your websites, as many as you want. So you can play the video and then choose the exact time that you want that website or website page to come up. You change your mind, you just delete it. And you can change that every time you send it. And then of course you want to personalize it and make a thumbnail. And this is where you upload the thumbnail by hitting change thumbnail. And once again, you can write the description that they'll see in the thumbnail. Notice, say, this is Steve. It says, this is Steve here. You're going to love this. You're going to love this at here. It literally changes on the fly. Okay? That's kind of the overall view when it's just you. There's a couple of more things if you're trying to do a character, but to keep it simple for your first start, let's just start with you. Okay?
I am a character. Thank you, as you told me. Thank you so much. That was good.
All right. Any other questions today on avatars or anything else? Go ahead, Terry. You're on mute, Terry.
Can you go back to where you were in a meeting when you were talking with Les and you pointed on your profile and it showed go to dashboard or my referral link? Can you go back to that, please? I want to see if yours is empty because mine's empty.
Okay. Is this what you're talking about?
You're going to be in a meeting or, well, click.
Oh, you want me?
You have to
want
be
me
in a
to
meeting,
start?
otherwise you won't see it.
Okay, let me start a meeting then. All right.
Okay, now go up
In a
and click
meeting?
on your profile. Your Mr. Steve.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
click on my referral link.
Okay.
And what I did is yeah, you see yours is empty too. There's nothing in them. I did copy invite and copy link and posted it in a Word doc, and there's nothing there.
Okay.
It
Well,
says my
I'll have
referral
to-
link, semicolon, and that's it.
Yeah, I'll find out why that's not showing up. But in the meantime, just so you know where your referral link is, right?
I did find it. It took me a while.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's in
All
a
right.
document. But you can show it so other people know.
Yeah. So it's right here in your
Well,
profile.
that's where it
right
was
here,
in my profile.
right? Okay, but I'll find out why it's not popping up in there. It should be, for sure.
Okay.
Steve, a question for everybody, I think, is will you get in trouble and sued by a big corporation with deep pockets like Oprah Winfrey for using her voice? That is so
No, we're not.
confusing. Was that really, did she give her approval for that?
What do you think the answer is? Before I answer, what do you think your answer is?
I'm hoping it's yes. I pray that it's yes.
Oh, sure. I called Oprah just before the call. Good friends with her. No, of course not. Right? Because I'm not using it I'm using it for training purposes. I'm not using it on social media. I'm not pretending she's endorsing it. It's for demonstration purposes only. So clearly, I'm saying I usually make that distinction pretty clear. I'm showing off the technology, not using her as an endorser, right? And so to me, it's not, meant to mislead people. It's
Yeah.
meant to show off the technology. And if
Okay.
I do an AI avatar of me, it's like, it's not as impressive how realistic we could do it, right? As if we do it with celebrities. So we limit that to every Tuesday night, is where we do that. And usually we make it pretty clear that we're not using this. We're using this for the intent purpose to show you the capabilities, of our technology. Now, for instance, when I use Martin Luther King, anyone who's kind of more than 50, dead for more than 50 years is considered public domain, and so you can. So Thomas Edison, all those kind of people, certainly you can, right?
Right.
But yeah, you won't see us, going. We don't live in the gray,
Well,
in the sense
very
of
good, because
emotional.
I don't want you to be attacked by people with deep pockets, but I did shoot a real video with me and as an 1890s nurse with the Oprah magazine in
Sure.
front of Kansas Street Settlement House. And yeah, I'm calling to do business with Oprah, and she likes to give everybody presents that comes to her meetings. So we're doing the same fun thing.
Yeah, and again, like did I show Oprah to certain people to show off our platform privately? Sure, do you know what I mean? But I make it very clear, this is not a 30-second, TikTok video, So,
That's where
you
it
know,
went over my head. I was like, wow, that's so cool. He got Oprah to give an
yeah,
endorsement.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll close my mic. Thank you.
no. Okay. All right. Anyone have anything else today on this so far? No? Rachel, I'm so proud of you, by the way. Sorry, I can't control myself on that one.
Thank you. Like I said, and it could have been, like I said, he's this marketing guru, and that's why he wanted, there's a lot of marketing gurus that want to sell their services to you, so to speak, but for some reason, whatever I came up with was something new and interesting to him. So he
I can tell
decided,
you, it's a very common experience that I've had with alignable people, right? They're quick to agree to a meeting because they want to sell you something, 100%, right?
right,
And every single time, and I always, allow them to make their demo first, and give them a real evaluation of their software. And then I'll even say, by the way, do you want me to show you mine? As opposed to it's my turn now, it's
Right.
kind of like, and sometimes they reluctantly go, yeah, sure, and then they forget that they were showing me theirs, right? That is just,
exactly.
as opposed to, a goal, that's a reality that actually happens because you're showing them something they've never seen before. They're showing you that's a competitor to something else they've seen. And they have to say why they're better than somebody else, where ours is pretty striking, from that experience. So it's good to be the only one, for as long as we can, right? It's good to be the only
Right.
one.
That's true.
That's
And
right.
I'm going to invite him to Tuesday night. I have to get a hold of him and I'll call him. He lives in West Coast someplace. So I
Okay.
have to consider that 3-hour time change.
Yeah, and as you know, if we have to do something off calendar, happy to do that as well.
Okay.
Right.
Great. Thanks.
But a couple of things came up with human error as opposed to the technology platform being a challenge. When you're trying to play one of our videos or one of our avatar videos, right? Don't play it in the share website. Play it in screen share because it doesn't work, in share website as a good experience. So always do the traditional screen share if you're playing one of your avatar videos live during a meeting now, the way that I do. The other thing on voice translation is if I hit translation and the translation box pops up for the guest, right? But then I'm still talking to the guest. So he hits unmute. As soon as he hits unmute, the translation box goes away. And they go, oh, I don't see the translation box, right? So just realize you have to hit it again. Now we're going to change that so when they hit unmute, it doesn't go away. But there was 2 people today that called me and said, the translation doesn't work. And I, and it was like, I get on, and that's when I realized going through the mechanics with somebody, it wasn't their fault. It was that they clicked on unmute. As soon as they went on mute, then the person no longer had the box to choose the language they wanted to hear it in and disappeared. So that's kind of 2 issues on that perspective. So anyone else have anything else today? No? We did good today for Monday start. Okay. Les, if you want to later, I know you want to go maybe over the mobile experience. So just so you know, on mobile, a lot of times people come on and they hit a lot of buttons on mobile and they'll say all of a sudden you're sharing a website and I don't see the website. Is it something wrong with my phone? I'm saying so far, every single time someone has said that, it hasn't been the phone. It's they're on the wrong viewing page. So in the upper right-hand corner of the phone, just like the websites here, there's a little box where you can choose to see just the videos, just the website that's being shared, have the images on the left or underneath. So when somebody says, I'm on my phone and I can't see what you're sharing, ask them to look for that little button in the upper right-hand corner and they can choose the right view as opposed to it being an old phone in that perspective. And if that doesn't work, then we'll go. But yeah, so far, if it's a smartphone, it usually works. We haven't had the old phone issue in that perspective. The only old phone issue we have, or mobile phone issue, is if somebody, and sometimes even on a desktop, when someone has no headphones and they have a certain type of computer or mobile phone, you'll hear that static you know, or you hear reverberation or an echo, you know, it's just a physical device. And so that's when you really want to be able to mute them out so it doesn't ruin your own call sometimes, you know, in that perspective. It's just really hard in a browser-based audio to be able to sometimes solve that. So that's why I always have my people section open, like I did with Helene today. I muted her, you know, but that just helps. Okay. So if you go in, take a look at the new Share website experience is great that you can have 50 tabs open and go from tab to tab. You know, in that perspective, I think it's really helpful in that perspective. Any trouble with the AI avatar videos? Do you need any credits? Send the text to support@mypitch.com. You can copy me at steve@mypitch.com. Happy to support you with those. As I said, because pretty soon we'll be going to where there'll be a certain number of videos that'll be free in every plan, and then you'll be able to buy additional credits. But right now, until we decide what that exact amount is, we're just taking the hits and giving it to you guys for free in that sense. Right? Okay. If you guys don't need anything else, welcome for the week. Let's kill it this week. Remember, tomorrow we have a doubleheader. We got our afternoon training session. And tomorrow, I think I'll spend a little time as well. Again, if you bring on someone new who needs a soup to nuts training, let me know ahead of time. I'm happy to do that to get them on board in the best way possible. But I'd also like to spend some time tomorrow again on talking about how to talk about us, right? I think it's like you said, Rachel, no matter how many times I say simplicity, I still get people's AI avatars that are 3 minutes long, with oceans in the background. And I'm going, okay, guys, either I'm not doing a good job of communicating, right? Or you guys think I'm wrong, right? But I was at this convention, like I say, today with this weekend with maybe 400 or 500 people. And of course, I'm the only one with the conversation that we have that actually all 500 people could use this technology. And if I wasn't brief, I wasn't talking to very many people. So that's the idea is you're 100% right. It's all about being brief. If I could zero in on one line that you should always take away, my job wasn't to answer all of their questions. It was to raise their curiosity that they want to know more. That's the win. That's why if it's 4 minutes, if your video is 3 or 4 minutes or 2.5 minutes, you've raised too many questions. You've raised it. You want them to raise the questions. And so that's where the communication skill is really discipline, right? It's because in your mind, you go, if they just knew this, they'd be excited. And so you just can't wait, but they have to get there, right? You can't get there ahead of time, right? In that sense, right? And then the other thing is, limiting the conversation to only Zoom, right? Because there's so many people that go, I used to do Zooms. I don't do them ever since COVID. I don't do Zooms. I believe in, in other things. And it's like, you don't want to be argumentative that Zooms are a powerful, effective tool. Like we used to have to say, do you know Zooms, the average meeting in a Zoom is 54 minutes. The conversion rates are 40% compared to what you're doing. No one wanted to hear that argument. Like, I just don't want to do it, right? So now it's like, if you send text, I can make your text more effective. You send emails, let me show you how your emails are more effective. You broadcast live to social media, let me show you how I can make that more effective. It's pretty hard for people to go, not interested. It's not interested. It just doesn't happen anymore. So the idea is, what do they say? Well, how do you do that? Let me show you, right? Now, don't let me explain it to you because you'll lose them in the explanation, right? But let me show it to you. So brevity and demo. That's the winner. All right.
For the support for the to-do list, please add when people raise their hand that we can see that our hand is raised without looking at the bottom.
Yeah.
And you see that my hand was raised?
Sure. Yeah, it works great. That's one of the things that's pretty flawless is to raise the hand. Yep. Now, also as a host, just so you know, is I could block it. Like Chris just raised his hand. So let's say, for instance, I'm doing an important part of the demo and I don't want you to be distracted or me to be distracted by people raising hand. So I could go to settings live during the meeting, and I could block anyone raising their hand for that period of time. And then I can unblock it, right? Also in settings, which is a great feature I'll show you guys tomorrow, is let's say you really want people simply to focus on your demonstration. So you want to turn it into a webinar. So they'll only see the screen that you're sharing and you and maybe another speaker versus 400 cameras being shut off or people multitasking to distract. So you could go from instantaneous webinar. And when you go to instantaneous webinar, everyone's on mute and everyone's camera is blocked and it's actually off the screen. So the only thing on screen is what you want it to be. That's another great feature.
A final ask here for everybody that's here. We obviously have My Pitch, and we're interested in seeing the company to grow and succeed. So I'm looking for, I have now about a 2-week window. I have to turn in my board. I'm looking for diverse professionals from all kinds of backgrounds that can deal with a creative health edutainment retired nurse like me that puts in systems. And I need a board, and I want people that are committed to this technology so we can succeed together, and that it will blend with the great discovery, and the people will get free health and wellness benefits.
Okay. So Helen, and I apologize, I forgot, you asked me about the enterprise program. So
Yes.
every single person, right, gets this website as well. It's their current, like if my website, for instance, is mypitch.com/Steve. My enterprise one, all I do is I put the word enterprise before my pitch. And this is actually a referral page for me, not a demonstration page, a referral page for me, that if I send this to a company and someone signs up from this page, I will get credit for the sale. Notice the difference between this page and the normal page, referral page that you have, is there's less information. There's nothing about referral income. There's nothing about free and it's free, right? There's nothing about free service. It's strictly for businesses. So all we have is the features, we have the about us, and we have pricing. So for you, it makes your job easier, because if you send our normal website to a big Fortune 500 company, they're going, what is this referral income stuff? Why don't our employees referring people? And you're right. And so we created this for you to do that.
Great.
And
Please
wait 1 second. Hold on 1 second. So, and the pricing structure is different in the sense that if they order 2 to 9 licenses, right, they can get up to a 10% discount. I'm sorry, not a 10% discount. So instead of 149 and 179 and 199, they'll pay $100 one-time fee, but the $100 is waived for every other license. So they'll pay $149 for argument's sake on the first license, and then $49, $79, or $99 in every license after that. So that's from the 2 to 9 licenses. That's assuming a company is paying for their employees. If they ordered between 10 and 19 licenses, we give them not only the same thing, we waive the $100 on all those additional licenses, but we also give them a 10% discount, because that's what enterprise companies expect. If they order 20 or more licenses, we give them a 20% discount. If they order 30 or more, they'll get a 30% discount. And they also get to manage those licenses, and they get to assign those licenses to their employees, because the company owns the licenses, not the person they're assigning it to. And they could literally change that as companies or employees come and go, or based on their needs. So that makes it something that feels like Zoom to them, feels like Google Meets, as opposed to this is a company that, that doesn't understand the enterprise program. This really works for them. And you'll get paid the same cash rewards plan that we have in our regular plan. You get paid here based on the revenue that comes in. So for instance, we're not going to pay you the 10, 20, or 30% unless there's that margin. So if a company comes in and they're getting a 10% discount, you'll still earn 20% every single month right up front. And if they end up with 30 or more licenses, you'll earn anywhere from 5 to 11%. So, which is our current comp plan, So we didn't change the comp plan. We didn't reduce your earnings. If we've given the money away to them in discounts, we just don't pay you on the money we've given away, but we pay you on the same part of the plan that you would as if you were selling your next door neighbor. So when it comes to, again, I don't want you to understand the details, but I just want you to understand the concept is that if you bring us a company and they sign up 5,000 licenses, you're buying me dinner. I'm not buying you dinner, okay? Because you're making a lot of money in that sense, all right? Okay. Okay. All right, guys, have a wonderful afternoon. I'm free for another 45 minutes. If you guys have any questions, need me to show anything but before I shut the laptop down today. So if you need me, just text me at 954-683-7755. And I'll be available to jump on and answer any questions. Otherwise, I'm going to work and I'll on my special guest for tomorrow, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay.
Cheers, Steve. Thanks, Steve.
Hey,
All right.
Steve,
Yes,
did you,
Helene.
I walked away. Did you see the question from my friend? Is there a video that can explain this to a company as a president?
No, I think at this point it needs to be a demo. I mean, on our main site, you know, there's a couple of videos, but one of the older gentlemen on our homepage that explains how it works. I think that's a pretty professional corporate video. That's this one. Oh, let me see if I can show it to
Is
you.
that the one with David with the 9-minute video showing everything?
No.
that-
I mean, I personally wouldn't. Doesn't mean it doesn't work. I still don't think that's I don't think that's a corporate one. I think the one that's on our main site. Let me see if it's on this one. Oh no, it's not. Let me,
Otherwise, you know what you'll have to make now. Since you're Mr.
Yeah.
Video, this could be something that you could do.
Yeah, no, I do think
too.
I do think there's this particular corporate video be made, but right now the one on the main page is probably a better one to give an overview, but I definitely think it's demo. Mhm.
Steve,
Anyway,
you
the
said
video,
you were-
a demo is better because they get to meet you. It's interactive live, you know, rather than just a demo.
Yeah, see, I think this video here is it's 2 minutes and 43 seconds. That's fairly corporate in that sense, but it's again, whatever it takes to do a demo. Because they're going to have a lot of questions. They're going to have a lot more questions than your neighbor, you know?
Right.
But CEO to C-suite is so much more respectful than people who won't, you know.
Correct. No, they ask the right questions.
Yeah.
You
So
know.
you said that the link would be different. You said like enterprise.mypitch.com and then our regular thing. Do I have that?
Correct. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And it's also in your back office. If you need to see the link, let me show you. It's right here in your back office. Find it here. 1 second. Here it is. So you see it says refer enterprises. That's your link right here. So you just open that in a browser and that's your page. You see it says enterprise.mypitch.com/Steve. So just copy and paste it. You could see that at any time.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I feel seen, heard, and appreciated.
You know, and you know what I say is you guys make me feel the same way. So that's a two-way street. I appreciate it. Okay. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay.
Bye.
All right.